You are now listening to the Vitalize podcast. Hey yo, what up, family? Welcome back to the Vitalize podcast. I'm so incredibly excited, elated, ecstatic, and all the other words that start with E to be in your presence today. Can you tell? What is gotten into this guy? You might be thinking, I'm happy. It's me. I'm not Mario, but I'm happy to be here with you today. And we have fun, man. Lighten up a little bit. Some of y'all's like, can you just get to the teaching already? I'm gonna get to the teaching, I promise. But it's okay, man. Don't take yourself too serious. That's a principle to live your life by. It's okay to just chill. It's okay to have a good time. I have a good time with y'all. I have a good time. Those of you watching this, I know this is a hoot for you. Those of you who are watching this, I not just know this guy's so demonstrative. He's just loving every minute of it. Listen, man, we're gonna talk about something really incredible today. Something that I think can really help you. But before I do, pause for the cause. If you're here for the first time, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here today. No such thing as a second-time guest in this community. So once you pull up one time, you family, now just come right on back and tell a friend that we live, baby. We here. We're here. As my friend Mia would say, what up, Mia? What's up, babe? That's the New Orleans people. What's up, babe? Anyway. Anybody else listening from New Orleans, don't judge me for my accent. It's the best I can do, all right? Okay, I'm not from New Orleans. I'm from Memphis 10 by way of Mississippi, by way of Memphis 10. I'm from Mississippi. That's where I'm from. Mississippi, and I'm glad to be in your presence. But listen, keep sharing, man. Keep doing all the things. Keep running it up. Keep sharing the post, man. Help us get this podcast into the hands and the hearts of those who need it the most, because I know that we are on to something that is equipping, that is helping, that is taking care of people to a greater, grander degree. And what I'm about to do today is take care of you to a greater, grander degree by sharing with you, caring with you, and giving you, equipping you to level up your skills. Yours truly is a professional communicator. I do this for a living full-time. You can say full-time content creator, podcast host, public speaker, and I am honored to be in this position sharing with you. Now, tonight's message is simple, man. It's simple, and I don't want you to get it misconstrued, because when I say simple, a lot of people think easy. I want you to know simple and easy are two very different things. Easy is easy. Simple is simple, but simple is not easy. Easy is simple, but simple is not easy. So let's get that out the way first. Like, what do you mean by that? Something can be very simple, but not easy. If somebody gave me a 1,000-pound weight and told me to just pick it up and set it down, simple. Pick it up, put it down. Not easy. See what okay, there you go. You got it. Simple, but not easy. And this one you would think would be easier for people, but it's not. For whatever reason, it's not. And this message is titled Simply Just Go. Just go. What do you mean when I say just go? I mean that I am sick and tired. I'm sick of it. I'm sick and tired of incredibly gifted people like yourself making excuses for why you aren't further along. Yeah, we just gonna get straight to it today. Yeah, right, coming in hot. I am tired of really gifted people not being further than where they are because they are making excuses for the steps they cannot take. The difference between where you are and where you want to be is the steps that you have been unwilling to take. And I'm tired of watching you not take the steps. So what I want you to do is put one foot in front of the other and walk it out. Walk it out because you can. Oh, you're on 10 now. Everybody want to be my friend now. That's what my man Lil Russell said. Shout out to the GOAT. Walk it out. Take the step. Okay. What do I mean by that? So we talked early on in the year about moving through this year with intentionality. That's going to be a common thread and a common theme. That's going to be the tie that binds as I talk to you all year long about being intentional. But being intentional with what, you say? You need to get crystal clear clarity on where you're going and what you want. and why you want it. And when you know what you want and why you want it and where you're going, you got a plan. Now, to execute that plan, you got to take steps. I know some of the smartest people in the world. I hope I'm not talking about you, but let's be honest, I probably am talking about you. Not you. Not you either. But you. I'm talking to you. Smartest person in the world. Can dream and scheme with the best of them. Got 17 notebooks filled with X's and O's. With the greatest plays and the greatest plan the world has ever seen, and ain't took the first step. But you know what you have done? Taking them 17 notebooks, opened them up for every friend you got and told them the world's greatest dream and scheme, and you got a lot of oohs and ahs. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Oh my gosh. You're so amazing. That's so incredible. Oh, wow. Oh. That's what you get. And you're like, yes. I'm getting this love and I'm getting this care and this affect. I'm getting all of it. And I know that you all are in this place where you are looking for that. And you can give it to everybody and spit it how you get it and tell the world this plan. But it all means nothing if you're unwilling to take the steps. So this message is for my people that's been dragging their feet already in 2025, the people that's already setting their intention for 2026, ready to throw 25 away, and we ain't been here but a month, and you already ready to throw the whole year away. No, we're not. We're not going to do that, because any day that you wake up in time and not out of time is a brand new opportunity and a gift for you to get it right. So it's time for you to get it right. And I said it with my chest and my neck because I need you to feel me. This ain't no game. This ain't for play. What you think this is, fam? We for real out here. So when I say go, I'm saying no more talking. No more talking. Time for walking. No more talking. Time for walking. What I mean by no more talking, it's time for you to stop telling everybody your plan. It's time for you to stop having meetings. Okay, fam, you done been having meetings for 6 years now. You've been having meetings for 7 months. You've been having meetings for 3 years. You've been having all these meetings. You got the world's greatest plan. At what point are you going to start executing on it? You know what my mentor told me when I first started this journey? I said, man, I know what I need to do, but I don't exactly know how to do that. I know I want to be a speaker. I know I want to get on stage. I know I want to tell my story. I know I want to do a TED Talk. I know I want to get some press. I want to be in some magazines. I want to start a podcast, but I don't know how to do that. You know what he said to me? Shout out to you, Trent Shelton, T. Shells. My man said, as long as you know the why, the journey will always reveal the how. Ooh, what? As long as you know the why, the journey will always reveal the how. I said, he might be right. And you know what? He was 100% right. He was correct. As long as you know the why, the journey will reveal the how. So don't worry about if you don't know how to do it. Just get in the game. Steph Curry didn't become Steph Curry by not shooting a shot. He just had to get in the game. I'm sure Steph Curry wasn't the greatest three-point shooter in the world when he first picked up a basketball when he was a little kid. It was a result of repeatedly shooting before he became the greatest shooter the world has ever known. Boom. Lethal with it. More lethal than lethal shooter, even though he understand it now. Shout out to you. If you know, you know. Some of y'all picked that up. Some of y'all will get that later. But he understood it now, and he got up and he can make it do what it do. And so what I'm telling you is, even if you don't understand what to do, even if you don't understand how to do it, just go. Just go. Just go. Just go. Well, what are some reasons that you maybe haven't gone? What are some reasons why you haven't taken steps? What are some reasons you've been inactive? What are some reasons you've been sitting on the sidelines and you haven't been in the game? And I'm going to tell you some of those reasons. So reason number one would be fear. Well, let me go back. Let me backtrack a little bit. I'm a huge NFL fan. I love the Raiders. I'm a diehard Raider fan. Raider born, Raider bred. When I die, be Raider dead. Straight like that. But Every week we get a list of this thing called inactives. And inactives are the people who not only are they not in the game, they're not getting in the game, they're not even dressed. They don't even have on a uniform. They're not going to play. And there's a myriad of reasons why there could be inactives. They could be hurt. They could be not good enough. They could have a bad attitude. They could have emotional distress. Most of the time it's they're injured. So when you're injured, you got a reason for being inactive. Nobody questions that. You're hurt. But then there's other invalid reasons. Like, bro, you need to be dressing up. You was tripping. Like the buddy who played for the 49ers this year, I can't even remember his name, who they was looking for him and they needed a backer and they told him to get in. And my man said, no, I just don't want to go in right now. I'm good. You know, what? Wait. You said, not you tired, not you hurt, fatigue, bone broken, sprained ankle, head hurting, ringing, seeing blurry. I just don't feel like it. I don't want to go in. Wow. Talk about letting your team down. So that's not a valid excuse to be inactive. Anyway, so what are some reasons you guys may be inactive? First one is fear. Fear keeps a lot of people inactive. And that's a lot of different, all-encompassing fear. There's a lot of different types of fear. There is fear of failure. What if I do it and I mess up? What if I flop? What if my feelings get hurt? Somebody told me this reason. My feelings get hurt easily. You know who you are if you're listening to this too. My feelings get hurt. I don't want to put myself out there and then it flop and I fail. Okay, cool. There's also fear of success. There's a whole other group of people that's you afraid of winning. Well, what happens if I do it? How do I sustain it? Can I keep it up? Am I good enough? Am I a fraud? I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. Then there's just fear for the sake of being afraid. You're afraid of everything. Well, I'm just so scared and I'm paralyzed by fear. Okay. If you want to guarantee you never achieve your dream, keep letting fear drive the ship. Stay inactive because of fear. That is the only way to guarantee you will never achieve your dreams. I said it straight like that. Straight, no chaser. It is what it is. It is a reality. I want you to level up this year, and there's greater you're dreaming for. There's an expansion in your business. There's something bigger, bolder, badder, further than you've ever been before that you want to go. I don't care how successful you've been. There's another level. And new levels require more of you, but there's a fear to put yourself out there. There's a fear to make that monetary investment, that financial investment. There's a fear to make that time investment. There's a fear to make that move, take that bold leap. Okay, don't let fear drive the ship. And that's a ship going nowhere fast. You will never make it to the land of your dreams, sitting on the forgotten ship, letting fear be the driver. Another reason we don't go for our dreams and we don't get active is anxiety. Oh man, that anxiety, which is tied to fear, but not quite the same. Anxiety, that feeling, you feel in the pit of your stomach that just feels sick, nauseous, the hair, everything just feels nervous. Like you got a nervous tick, the hair standing up on you. My stomach kind of turning down thinking about anxiety because I struggle with it for a long time. In extreme cases, there's panic attached to anxiety where you can't breathe and you hyperventilate because of this worry. It is an extreme level of worry over something you cannot control. If you are struggling with crippling anxiety, you are trying desperately with everything in your power to maintain control. And the greatest way to overcome this is to realize you don't really control much in this world. And you can only control what you can control. And you know what you can control? What you see looking back in the mirror at you. That's the only thing you can control. You cannot control what another person do. You can't control what another person say. You can't control what they think. Well, no matter as you try as you may, you can't control it. So why worry about it? Why stress over it? That's out of your control. Why have anxiety, man? I know it's easier said than done. I know that. But you got some tools. There's ways to fight anxiety. Some people take medicine, do what you need to do. Some people understand there's grounding techniques and tactics. I use those. They help me fight that off and keep that from driving the ship. I don't let my anxiety keep me from going and doing the things that I want to do. Yeah, I have anxiety. Anytime I make a new decision, guess what? I work for me now. I don't work for nobody else. I just work for me. Yes, that's exciting. Nobody can tell me when and when I cannot show up and where I need to be and when I need to be. Nobody can tell me that. But also ain't nobody lining up to pay my bills either. Oh, there goes the anxiety. Ah, sheesh, uh-oh. Now I got to pay this bill and that bill, and I got to make sure this is coming in. And oh, dang, anxiety hits, nervous, fear. I can't control nothing but what I can control. And what I can control is how hard I show up in the world. What I can control is how much I put myself out there and my business out there to people who could potentially submit the funds that could help me keep the business afloat. That's what I can control. So you know what I'm going to control? How I show up in the world, which is bigger, badder, better, bolder, boom, straight like that. Not letting anxiety drive the ship anymore. I'm controlling what I can control, and I suggest you do the same. A third reason that people allow to keep them from just going for it is doubt. Oh, doubt is a demon, man. That doubt, that self-doubt, limiting beliefs where you say, you know what, that's not really possible. Negativity, just negative from the jump. I don't even know what I would even try for. What makes me think I could be a speaker? You know how many people want to be a speaker? I can't do that. I'm not good enough to do that. I'm not smart enough to do that. I'm not strong enough to do that. I'm not bold enough to do that. Too weird to do that. You're just sitting here doubting. And you know what? Doubt is going to leave you. I ain't gonna say that word. Doubt is sending you to a grave. Not a real grave, but you literally are just walking dead. You're just here, but you're not here. You're existing, not living. And I don't want anybody under the sound of my voice or in my presence to just be existing when you have the ability to live and thrive. That's what I want for you. Live, thrive. And if you're going to be able to do that, then you got to eliminate the doubt. Doubt is a distraction. We got to eliminate distractions to succeed. I done told you that before. Distractions lead to destruction. So if you want to lead to destruction, a path, you want to roll a path down, straight down to destruction lane, doubt. Doubt Boulevard is going to take you straight to destruction lane. Ain't nobody got time for that. And when you eliminate the doubt, you can replace it with these few things. This is what I want you to do, man. The first thing, listen, I'm telling you, put this into practice and you will see a difference in your life. The first thing I want you to replace fear with is affirmation. Replace fear with affirmation. So instead of you being afraid of what you cannot do, tell yourself what you can. Tell yourself, what can you do? Like, I am capable of accomplishing great things in this world. I keep saying I'm accomplishing. So maybe that's what my brain wants to tell us is I'm accomplishing. I am accomplishing anything I put my mind to. I am accomplishing every goal that I set out to accomplish. I am accomplishing everything that I put on paper and that I go and move intentionally towards in order to make my dream a reality. I'm accomplishing. What about you? Because that's what my brain wanted me to tell you. That's my affirmation. And I want you to get to that point where you can say it that boldly. Yeah, I just turned all the way up and I said it and I levitated and I elevated because I believe it. I'm saying it with my chest. So you know it's real. This ain't no game. This is reality out here, man. So affirmations are you training your brain new patterns and new ways of thinking. How do you affirm your brain? How do you affirm yourself? By literally telling it how to function, by telling it what to think. Your brain is a muscle. However you flex it, that's how it's going to perform. So you got to learn to flex a new kind of way. Flex. I ain't going to do what I was going to do. I was about to. Anyway, flex on them, man. Ugh. And you got to flex your mind muscle by giving it affirmations, because what you don't know is you're planting seeds that will eventually take root and become new pathways, neural pathways for how you see and view the world. Come on. I'm not telling you what I think. You better go ask Dr. Joe Dispenza. You better go ask Dr. Caroline Leaf. This is not a game. The brain is a powerful tool. It's a muscle, and it can be rewired. Shout out to those incredible neurologists, by the way. If you're going to upgrade and replace anxiety, you got to replace it with gratitude, because gratitude is the attitude that propels you to the highest altitude, and I want you to soar. Gratitude is the attitude, propels you to the highest altitude. It'll help you fly high above all those things that are holding you back. So don't let the anxiety hold you back. Like, I challenge you, give me 60 days every day to write a list of things you're grateful for. I don't care if you type them in your phone, write them on paper, whatever you do, just do it every day. Take 15 minutes before you start your day, end of the day, and write full list of everything you could possibly think that you're grateful for, from the smallest to the biggest, and watch your entire life transform before your eyes. Because so often you're more focused on what you don't have rather than what you do have. And gratitude is the antidote that's going to help you change all that and how you feel and how you move in the world of juice that you got. It's going to come from a grateful heart and a grateful spirit. Let's go. This ain't no game. And the last thing, if you're going to get rid of doubt, you got to trade that in for this thing, and that is courage. Courage. Courage is not defined as the absence of fear. Courage is showing up despite your fear and doing it afraid. The first ever episode of this podcast I made, before I ever thought or knew if anyone would ever listen to it, was called Do It Afraid. And that's what I'm saying to you right now. As we land the plane and as I get y'all out of here, man, do it afraid. Do it afraid. Do it afraid. What is it? Whatever it is that you want to do on the planet that you have fear that is holding you back, do it afraid. Starting a business, do it afraid. Starting a podcast, do it afraid. Joining a team, do it afraid. Selling a product, do it afraid. Whatever it is, asking that person out on a date, do it afraid. Finding a new hobby, do it afraid. Making an investment, do it afraid. But whatever you do, just do it. Because inaction ain't taking you nowhere you want to go. You're going nowhere fast. It's about that action. Being about that action is what's going to make the dream a reality. The dream that you dream is motion activated. That means it don't work unless you do. So, time to put in the work, man. Quit making excuses about what you cannot do, where you cannot go, and just go because you can. And if you're willing to do it, you can see a different life. You will go live the best version of your life. So go do it. And you already know why. But if you did, I'm going to tell you anyway. And that's because you can. Straight like that, man.